Okay, so I'm just editing the video that you're about to watch, and like I kind of feel like this is getting repetitive now and probably a bit boring, but in this video there is an incredibly strange, unpredictable, and I just don't know what it is, like a strange banging sound that just sporadically keeps happening, and it's not enough to make me think, oh my gosh, the video is trash, but it's creeping me out. Honestly, guys, it's really creeping me out because it sounds like there's someone up in the loft and they're either like stepping heavily or like they're dropping heavy things up in the loft. It's really bizarre. Like, there's no way that I can even explain it. At the beginning of the video, I thought maybe it's the boys, like maybe they're in my bedroom and they're bouncing on the bed. But it wasn't that, and it kind of goes on. Like I'm 40 minutes in to editing, and this strange, creepy sound is happening, and I'm actually starting to think: is my house haunted? Is it haunted? Is there something crazy going on around my window area here? Because it seems like since I moved my camera towards the window, all of these bizarre, creepy sounds are happening, and I just don't know what it is. Because if these banging sounds were actually, like, if they were happening, I would have heard them, and I didn't hear them because in the video I'm just carrying on as usual. There's no issue, but now that I'm editing it, I can hear all the creepy sounds. Listen to these, guys. Oh well, so I'm just focusing that on the outer B. What the fuck is that? Oh my gosh, guys, it's really freaking me out. But anyway, I just wanted to let you know, and I don't want this to become an issue. Like, oh, every video Anwen has an intro apologising for the creepy sounds that are happening. Like, I don't want this to become like a thing, but it is actually creeping me out now. Like, do I have a ghost? Like, what do you guys think? Could you comment down below and let me know, like, what you think this is? Like, what is it? Please, somebody tell me. Or I'm going to just contact ghost hunters and get them in. I'll just say, hey, I have a job for you. There's creepy sounds happening. Sort this out right now, please. Let's do a exorcism on my window because I think the window's haunted. Anyway, guys, please let me know what you think. I hope that these sounds aren't too distracting. I definitely don't think it's as bad as the previous video, but let me know, guys. I'm going to shout Honeys up now. I'm going to get Honeys to listen and see what Honeys thinks. Hello there and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be trying out a new eyeshadow palette from the Beauty Glazed brand. So a few videos back I was getting a lot of comments from you guys saying, Anwen, have you seen the new reversal palette from Beauty Glazed? And I was like, no. Believe me, I don't need much encouragement to pop myself onto AliExpress to make a purchase. It's the equivalent to Honeys shouting from downstairs, Honeys, we have crackers and cheese down here. Believe me, I don't need to be asked twice. So I got myself on AliExpress, I had a little look, and wham bam man, there was the beautiful reversal palette, and I was in, and also my hair's coming out. This is great. Oh, I just thought, you know what, I've tied guys, I don't know what I've done. I just thought today, would it not be nice to tie this extension plait around my bun? And I'm deeply regretting the idea now because I thought it was going to be low maintenance, but no, she's not. She's popping out. She is ruining my life right now, like really. Anyway, guys, I'm just going to ignore her. Today we're going to be doing a first impression and review of the reversal palette. So this palette features 40 eyeshadows. The first thing that kind of jumps out at me when I look at this palette is that I feel like it's an extremely kind of earthy toned palette. You've got some beautiful oranges, you've got kind of camel browns, you've got kind of earthy kind of soil red browns, you've got greens, you've got mustard. I just think that the colour story is so unique. Like, I sometimes feel like, you know, I kind of question, like, what else could be produced with makeup? When will all of these ideas come to an end? I feel like I'm 35 now, and I think, when will I have seen it all? But then a new palette comes out like this, and I think, oh my gosh, no, I've not seen it all yet. This is new to me. So this palette costs £7.29. You can buy it from the Beauty Glazed official store on the AliExpress app or website. I roll with the app. That's just kind of the kind of girl that I am. But you know, if you're more of the website kind of girl, then you can probably get it on there too. I don't know, because I don't look at the website anyway, who cares? But I think that £7.26 is a really, really good price point for a palette with 40 shades. I know that I've not tried it yet. The quality could be rock bottom, like terrible, but in my past experience trying Beauty Glazed products, I've always been really, really, really impressed, particularly with the 9-pan eyeshadow palettes that they do. I think the quality, especially the quality over the kind of years, has improved like all the time, and it's like, I think it's such good quality for, you know, what you pay for it. Could I have explained that any easier? Probably, but I hope you understand. Anyway, so within this palette you get mattes, you get shimmers, and you get beautiful pressed glitters. There are two glitters in particular that have really stood out to me, and they are this one up here. So this is it, like I said, it's a pressed glitter, but it's a beautiful duochrome. It has a mix of kind of purple, blue and turquoise, and then down here we've got another one, and this one is a beautiful kind of pinky rose gold, and it even has little kind of greeny glitters in there. I just think that these two glitters are just extremely kind of captivating and engaging. Oh, do you know what, like me and Honey's this is like not a recommendation for something to watch on Netflix. It's called The Death Magician or something, or Death Defying Magician, I don't know. And it's this magician called Drummond Money Coots, right? He is the most boring magician that me and Honey have ever seen. He's just so boring. Like, do not watch that show, but this is a recommendation on Netflix. Watch Jailbirds. It's hilarious. It's just a documentary on females in prison, and they all have like their own names, like Babyface, Princess, Hot Cheeks. And Honey was like, oh, what would your name be if you were in prison? And I'm like, Honey, I've never really even thought about it, honestly, Honeys. But now that you're asking, it would be Savage. That's what I said, Savage, because then everyone would think I was savage, and I'd rock up and it would be like me here, just like, they're like, she is not savage, and I'd be like, that's what the name says, I am savage. Or I would be hot vagina. So last night I did all of the swatches. It took a while, and as always, I just want to take this moment to apologise for, I don't know, I just feel like my swatches always look awful, because like, it's so difficult to do a swatch. Like, I know that there's people out there doing like, you know, really difficult things in the world, like, you know, coming up with sequences for traffic lights at roundabouts and junctions. I always think, oh my gosh, like, that must be like so challenging to work out. Okay, well, these lights will be on green, but those ones, they're going to be on red so that the traffic doesn't come through for the people that are on green. Then we need to have an amber going on over here, then this one's on for 3 seconds on red, and then, oh my gosh, guys. And if you live in America, because I know a lot of American cities, particularly California, you're on a grid system, so you're only really turning like left or right. But over here, like in the UK, we have a roundabouts, feck off roundabouts. I always feel like for tourists coming to the UK and driving in the UK, I just think it must be such a difficult challenge, honestly. I think that's Honey's going to the toilet, and if he overheard me, he's probably thinking, oh my gosh, why is she talking about traffic lights? Is she a traffic light reviewer now? I did go ahead and do the swatches, and yes, I'm sorry they're not better, but I hope that you enjoy them. And then after you see my swatch show, because it is a show, probably the worst show you've ever seen, well, actually, it won't be unless you've seen the boring magician show on Netflix. But yeah, anyway, enjoy the swatches, and then when we get back, we're just going to start creating a look. Okay, so to begin the look today, I am going to go in with, I think I'm going to go in with a little bit of this light peach shade, and it's actually called Peach. And by the way, I forgot to mention as well that this palette, I believe, is kind of centered around a kind of solar system slash kind of planetary kind of theme. Which I think is really, really interesting. Like, I'm a huge fan of the planets. If I had to say, my favourite planet would be Uranus, because I just think the name's hilarious, because I'm just so immature. So I love a little bit of Uranus, and I also love Jupiter and Saturn, because I think they are the most sensational of the planets, because like they have accessories, whereas like the other planets, they're just like a ball. Yeah, Saturn and Jupiter, they have an accessory, like a handbag. Like they've done a little bit extra, you know, with their ring. I'm now thinking, does Jupiter have a ring, or is it just Saturn that has a ring? Like, I'm not sure. I'm going to have to check up on that. But anyway, I like planets that have rings around them. This shadow is blending nicely. I really, really like the shade, although it doesn't look peach, really, I wouldn't say. Upon my eye, it just looks like a very light pink, but I really, really like her. Okay, so next we are going to go in with this beautiful, it's kind of like a dusky pink, and it does have little flecks of gold glitter in it, but because it's kind of a matte formula, I've got a feeling that the specks of glitter are just going to disappear. Like, they're going to just disappear off into space, probably. I've just realised I've got loads of yellow eyeshadow on this brush, and I believe that might be from the Lemon palette. So I'm going to just pick another brush. I'm sorry about that, guys. How skanky of me to not wash my brushes. I mean, really, guys. Okay, so I'm going back into the dusky pink shade. Oh, this is an absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous shade. Oh, I really, really like this. Look at that. It's kind of like, I don't know, it makes me think of like a Victorian pink. You know, back in the olden days, or like, you know, like the Victorian times, have you noticed, like, you know, in all of the pictures and, you know, like video clips, and I know there weren't a lot of them because, you know, back in the Victorian times, they just did not have the technology, you know, to be creating like films and YouTube videos and things. But if you ever notice, like, no one's ever wearing any bright colours. Like, nobody's got like a pop of like neon lime, or no one's wearing like hot pink hot pants. Do you know what I mean? Like back in the day, all we ever see are like those, you know, the big kind of flouncy dresses that the ladies would wear. And I'm thinking, well, do you think that, like, secretly, like, in their wardrobe, they would have, like, you know, a lime green, like, neon lacy pair of knickers, like, you know, that they would bring out when, you know, behind closed doors? Or do you think that everything was just like, you know, those big frilly oversized knickers? Or do you think that they did have like sexy clothes, but they would just have to keep it hidden? Like, I don't know. And imagine if there was like a YouTube back in the day, and like easy access to like cameras and iPhones and things. Do you think that they'd be like people capturing the other side of Victorian life? Or would it just be like all the things that we see now? I don't know. But anyway, guys, so I am really liking what we've got going on here. And I'm going to go ahead under the eye. I'm going to pop a little bit more of the beautiful Dusky Rose. And I'm also going to pop a little bit of this gorgeous kind of aubergine shade. And this one is called Rust. And the reason why I'm going to pop this under my eye is because I think it's really going to complement and contrast nicely with the Dusky Rose that we've got up above. Up above. Up above, down below. How are you doing? How do you know? Okay, so there she is, guys. And she is so pigmented, like so pigmented. I honestly feel like every time a YouTuber says so pigmented, I feel like an angel somewhere dies. I don't even believe in angels, but I just feel like the most overused words on YouTube are so pigmented, shade, tea, and I can't think of any more. Oh, and exposed. Exposed. Okay, so guys, there we go. We've got an extremely kind of pinky theme going on today. Okay, so next I want to kind of build up this lid. So I want to put like a deeper shade in the outer V and then up into the contours of the crease. I think I'm going to go in with vermeil, and it's kind of like, it's like a browny red, and I just think that again it will complement the dusky pink shade, and it'll just prepare the lid, you know, for the avalanche of glitter that's about to hit it soon. So vermeil, here we go, bitch, here we go. I mean, really, I like that guy's van. Yeah, I've always wanted a van, you know, not like a camper van, but I've always wanted, like, you know, like a big van, just so that I can probably cart my whole makeup collection around with me everywhere, because my current car, not big enough. It was not big enough for all of my lipsticks. I mean, really, guys. Okay, so, although I do like this shade, like, she's not... I mean, I like her, but... And I feel like she did add what I wanted her to add. She blended out nicely. She was nicely pigmented. I want more. Like, I want to be a vampire vixen in Victorian times. That's like my whole theme for today's video. So I'm going to go back in with Rust. And this is the shade that we popped underneath the eye. Like, I really want to go in with Rust because I actually really liked it. And I think that it's going to really just complement everything so well. So I'm just focusing that on the outer V. I'm going back in with a little bit of the dusky pink shade just to pop that around the outer perimeter of my Vampire Vixen in Victorian time eye, just so that everything's just looking fabulous. I'm just kind of cleaning my brush a little bit, just because I actually don't want to really add more product, because I realised I messed up a little bit. So I want to get the product off my brush and go in and just blend. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so guys, next we are going to go in with one of the beautiful glitters, and I've still not decided, should I go in with the beautiful kind of turquoisey greeny blue one, or should I go in with the kind of pinky rose gold one? I do feel like probably the one that would most complement what I've already laid down would be the kind of more pink themed one. So I do feel like I'm going to go in with that one today. So also as well, just to mention that these glitters, they do feel slightly putty like. So I do think that they've got a little bit of adhesive on them. So I don't think that I'm necessarily going to need to add any glue or any kind of glitter fix liquid. I hope not anyway, because I'm not going to. So I really hope not. Oh, do you know what, as I'm doing this and I'm just like, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking about like what it would be like to live in the Victorian times, and I just think, like, did they even have makeup? Did they? I think they did used to, like, they would pinch their cheeks, the ladies, and probably the men too, pinch their cheeks to create a blush. Did they have glitter? Did they have mascara? Like, what did they even have? And if you think now we've just got like so much choice. Anyway, I think I might name this video talking about Victorian times and also reviewing a palette at the same time. Actually, I've had a change of heart. I have already laid down a bit of glitter, which it actually looks very pretty up on the lid. But I want to go in with the shimmer because I feel like I would be doing you an injustice if I didn't try glitter. So I am going to go in. Oh, there's two shades that are just really appealing to me. There's this one that's called Cream. And then we have another one up here, which is called Ivory. They actually both appear to be very, very similar shades, whereas Cream looks to be a little bit more pink and Ivory just a little bit more ivory, believe it or not. So I think I'm going to go in with the pink one, and this is called Cream. Oh my gosh, this looks so good. It's so good. But I've realised I put it on my wrong finger, and I can't fucking apply it with that finger, so I'm going to apply it with my other finger. Oh guys, do you know what? I've been in a bit of a head funk recently, like, and I don't know what it is. Like, I feel really happy, everything's going really, really well. But you know when you just like have it's like a blockage on your brain. It's like, you know, you're kind of overthinking things, and instead of just being like in the moment, there's something worrying you. Like there's like a monkey on your shoulders, like something that's just there. Like an ominous, heavy feeling, and I don't know what it is. It's just been the past few days. So do you know what though? The reason why I mentioned it to you is because I'm actually feeling like that's been lifted a bit. Like during the video, I didn't really want to film this video today, honestly, because I was feeling in a funky kind of way. Like now that I'm actually sat here and I'm filming, like I feel so much better. So I just think in life, you know, if you're not really feeling in the mood for something, but it's something that you usually do enjoy, I'd say go for it. Like, just go for it. Do it, because I think if you just kind of push yourself through the ominous, you know, dark, heavy, monkey on your back kind of feeling, and make yourself do that thing that usually makes you happy, chances are it'll probably make you happy. So anyway, guys, just a little bit of thought there for you for the day. Okay, so this is Cream going on. Okay, I'm kind of thinking, should I do a cut crease? I can't really be asked. I'm not going to do a cut crease, guys. I don't really think it's going to do much, so I'm just laying down this shimmer, which looks to be very, very pretty. Keep in mind, I do have a bit of the glitter beneath it, so it's definitely looking a little bit more glittery than in its natural state. But I really, really like this. It is very angelic, very kind of whimsical, and I think that the formula is very soft, creamy. It's not one of those dry, crumbly, disgusting shimmers, quite frankly. It's just very you know, light cream, like buttery. I once read a thing, I think it was on Reddit, and people were talking about what really annoys them when they're watching YouTube videos, and I think someone mentioned when eyeshadows are described as being buttery. So now whenever I'm about to, you know, describe an eyeshadow as being buttery, I always have this internal kind of, you know, debate as to, like, you know, whether, like, should I call this shadow buttery? But if it feels buttery, then I think, you know, that's a perfect way to describe it. But I do apologise. Like, if it does annoy you, I'm really, really sorry. That's just, like, the best way of describing, you know? Or maybe I just have to think of a new word, like, oh, she's very well lubricated. She's as silky as KY jelly. Okay, so guys, I really, really like this shimmer. I am just liking everything that's going on, apart from my bun. I'm not liking that, but I'm not liking that my choker has, like, you know, turned on all of us and is trying to ruin my video right now. You know, stay at the back, chain, stay at the back. You live at the back of the neck. Nobody wants to see you chain. We want to see the choker. So I'm going to go ahead now. I'm going to pack on the glitter. We're going back in. So this glitter is definitely mixed with, it's kind of like a putty or glue or something. We've yet to discover how much it is going to adhere to the eye though, because, you know, I do have an avalanche of glitter like falling down my face right now. Do you know what? I think in the interest of not having too much glitter falling down my face. I am going to apply some of my Glitter Fix liquid. This is by the Sparkle Fantasy Cosmetics brand. So were you just thinking, oh my gosh, the bun doesn't look too bad from the side? Like, I hope you were, because that would make me feel a little bit better about my life choices this morning in deciding to go with the side bun, you know. I'm just going to leave my drawer open. You can't see it, but I can't get it to close at the moment. So I honestly have no choice in the matter. But anyway, guys, so I've got the Glitter Fix liquid, otherwise known as the Glitter Fox liquid. This is by Sparkle Fantasy Cosmetics. I'm just going to put, oh shit. Oh, guys, I should have learnt by now not to just pour her onto my hand. Okay, so I'm going to dip my finger in the river of Glitter Fox liquid. And I'm going back into the shade Opal, which is this beautiful rosy gold glitter. I'm getting quite a lot of fallout though, guys, like honestly, but I don't mind. Okay, so guys, this is the finished look. I am really liking it. And believe me, like, there were moments in this video where I was thinking, Anwen, you should be using more shades. There's 40 of them. Like, try them all. Why not? You have all day. But in the past, whenever I was trying out a new eyeshadow palette, I would have that tendency to want to just like try everything, just like pop them all on. Oh, there's my neighbour. He's walking his new dog. Actually, I've not seen the new dog yet. He's hidden behind the bush. Oh my gosh, where is he? I can't see. I can't see the dog. I didn't see the dog, guys, because the dog was hiding behind a bush. But Honey's told me, he was like, oh my gosh, Honey's, the neighbours, I think they've got a new puppy. And I was like, no, I don't think so. He's like, yes, they've got a new puppy. I've heard it barking. And then Honey's just became obsessed with this idea that they had a new puppy. And then the next day he was like, yes, they definitely got a new puppy. I heard him barking and I heard them call him Buster. He's called Buster. Mark my words, they have a puppy and he's called Buster and he barks. And I was like, oh my gosh, Buster, well, what an original name. And Honey's was like, oh, my dog was called Buster. And I was like, oh, great. Okay, great stuff. Anyway, guys, oh shit, I'm dropping the palette. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to finish. Well, I've not even started the other eye yet, but I'm going to start it. Probably get a little bit distracted along the way. Take about 15 minutes just to pick what video I'm going to watch whilst doing it. Maybe go make a coffee. Maybe go smoke a blunt. I don't smoke blunts. I don't know what blunt is, but I've heard people say it. So I'm going to just, you know, chill out, do my thing, and then I'll be back to show you the final look and give you some Victorian vampire vixen vampire realness. And yeah, I'll be back in a sec, guys. Okay, bye. How annoying could I be? Oh my gosh, and Mr. Chain. Oh my gosh, he's making a comeback. Chain, did I say you could come back? No, I didn't. Where do you live? At the back of the neck. Okay then. Move back round, Chain. Okay, so I am back. I finished off the look and I'm not tooting my own makeup horn here, but I really like the look. I just love it. I mean, I think it's kind of gothic-y. I think I've hit the spot with the vampy Victorian vixen. Think that I could just be teleported back to Victorian times and I could fit right in. Guys, I really enjoyed playing around with this palette today. Like, I don't know why that sounded a little bit saucy saying, but I really had so much fun. This is probably, like, other than the You Can Be Pretty All Set palette. Oh, there's my neighbour again with his dog. Oh, can I see the dog? Can I get a glimpse? Can we see Buster? Oh, no. I mean, I'm not a dog person anyway, but Buster, let's just say he looks like a Buster. I mean, he does. But anyway, guys, I really had so much fun trying out this palette today. I was very impressed with the formula. I had no problem blending anything out. Everything showed up, came to town, came to party the night away. just had no problems whatsoever. I like the shimmers, like the mattes, I like the glitter. I just think that the whole colour story of the palette is extremely inspiring. I look at this palette and I'm excited thinking about the other looks I can make with it in the future. I think that it's so, what's the word I'm looking for? I think you have such a huge variety of shades in this palette that you could probably use it every single day for a month and create a completely different look each time. You've got the kind of cooler tone shades, you've got the warmer tone shades, but for me, I would actually look at this palette and say she's more cool toned, which is a rare thing upon itself. I would definitely recommend it. If you have been eyeing up this palette, I would definitely recommend it. I think if it was being sold for £20, it would still be a really, really good deal. The fact that it's sold for £7, and the price does always fluctuate a little bit on AliExpress, but I think, you know, anything under £10 for this palette is extraordinary value for money. The matte eyeshadows in this palette remind me very, very, very much of the BH Cosmetic mattes. They're just so easy to work with. Yeah, I just love them, guys. I love them. Well done to Beauty Glazed for pulling this masterpiece out of the park. As I said, I had so much fun filming today, and I really hope that you had fun watching the video. I would love to hear your thoughts down below. Do you think that people in Victorian times had neon clothes? Do you think they wore lacy, sexy little thongs behind closed doors? Like, what do you think those Victorians were actually up to, you know? Because all we ever see is them sat around drinking tea, maybe milking a cow, maybe they've got their rug on the wall and they're bashing it to clean it. It looks like quite a boring life. Like, I don't even know if they had crackers to go with their cheese. I just don't know. But anyway, guys, I'm going to go. Thank you so much for watching the video, and I will hopefully see you in the next one.